Hi, I'm Brian, and I want to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm almost 41 years old. September 23rd, 1981 was the day, year, and month I was born. I was born in Fresno, California, to Robert and Christy Percy, and my life was chaotic, I could say, from the start. For the first 2 years of my life, I was with my father. Then I went with my mother, and we had a couple good years from about 8 to 10, and then life went to hell, and that's when my journey begins. My journey begins with my mom getting her face stroked by her boyfriend because she asked him to help her clean, and he wouldn't. From that day forward, I believe that is when my life changed dramatically. We'll go ahead and fast forward to the age of 12. By the age of 12, I was a drug addict. I knew what drugs were, and I was using them. I smoked cigarettes, had been for a couple of years, since I was about 10, and was experimenting with hardcore drugs. We'll go ahead and say that my mom wasn't there. Figuratively speaking and directly speaking. There was really no love and no affection, and when she was there, she was sleeping off her drugs. Due to her not having a job, not paying bills, and not paying rent, we were without water and without electricity. Also, we were without food. We struggled hard. I'm talking about me and my sister. She would go to school every day in junior high, and I would go wash windows and pump gas at the gas station. Why would I do this? So that way, when my sister got out of school, we could buy something to eat, warm it up in the microwave, and then take it home to eat and share and split. If we had enough money, we could each get something. But if we didn't, we had to share whatever it was. This brought us really close together. Then, again, my world was turned upside down. I was at the house I was living at because our house got condemned, got torn down right in front of me and my sister, and Child Protective Services show up. Lo and behold, I end up in foster care. Why? Because my sister was sick of it. She went to her band director and said, hey, listen, these are the conditions I'm living in, and I can't deal with this. By law, they had to report to the police, and I was taken into custody. I battled foster care from the age of 12 to the age of 18, and it wasn't good. I didn't want to be in the foster home. The only place I wanted to be was with my mother. That's it. I wanted to be like my mother, and I did everything in this world to be like her. I would find her in friends' houses, calling them, getting information to other places she might be, and I'd track her down. And when I would track her down, it's because I ran away from my foster home and I want to be with my mother. So I'd be with her for a few days, a couple weeks maybe, and she'd drop me off at one of her friends' house and say, hey, I'll be back in a little bit. A little bit was like a week. She did this to me several times, on several occasions after running away from foster homes. Not to mention being extradited from Utah to California on a couple of occasions because I was a runaway here in Utah. But we'll get into that. If we go ahead and back up a little bit, my mother, like I said, would drop me off at friends' houses and leave me there for a time. Then came Holly and her family. She had 3 daughters and a son, and this was 25 years ago. She also had a husband and a great home. My mother took me there late at night on her motorcycle in Fresno, California, and we were there for about an hour or so, and my mom said, hey, I'm gonna go get cigarettes, I'll be right back. No, I know what that means. I'll be right back means I'll be back in a week or so. Well, she and Holly convinced me that, oh yeah, she'll be right back. So she gets on her motorcycle. The gas station's about 2 minutes away, and so maybe a total of 10 minutes to be back. Literally, it was about 4 blocks away. The minutes went by, minutes turned into hours. I finally grew tired and I fell asleep. When I woke up the next morning, my mother still wasn't there and I was in Holly's home. So what did I do? Well, I was 15, I was a full-blown drug addict, and I needed to get high. So I told Holly, my mother does this to me all the time, I'm out of here. She said, please stay. Just wait a little bit. Well, that little bit turned into a lot of it. It turned into them becoming my family. Holly was my mom. My sisters were my sisters and my brother was my brother. To the point where when me and my brother would fight, he would hold me down so my sisters could pull my hair because he was bigger than I was. Well, then comes the day when my mother decides she's going to take me with her. Mind you, I've been to the rodeo, I've been to Disneyland, I'm calling Holly mom, like this is my family, even though I'm a runaway from foster care, which Holly knows. My mother comes to get me on her motorcycle, and it's been 30 days. I tell her I'm not leaving with you because we have already decided we're moving to Utah. So my mother got very angry and said, you are coming with me. And I told her I didn't have to listen to her because I'm a ward of the state. She can't tell me what to do. Yeah, you're my mother, but you can't make me do anything. And I know you're not going to call the cops on me. So, there it is. So she got upset and her feelings hurt and she wanted to leave, understandably. But I just wanted to spend some time with her. Because not too long from then, we were leaving to Utah. She didn't want to stick around. Not even for 5 minutes. It turned into a tug-of-war with her purse outside and her slamming me up against the garage door. My mom was 5'11". I was 15 at the time. I was probably 5'6", something like that. I'm pretty tall myself. And after a couple minutes, Holly comes out and she says, Brian, just let her go. So I threw her motorcycle keys, knocked it over, and said, I don't ever want to see you again. I hate you. We come to Utah. My first day in Utah, I get arrested for being a runaway. And I'm flown back to California. And so the cycle begins between California and Utah. Well, the straw that broke the camel's back was when I went to Arizona with my brother-in-law and came back and got arrested that day. They'd been watching my house waiting for me. And they told my mom that if they had to come one more time, that her kids would be taken away. So, we decided I was going to go back to California. I was 17 and a half at the time and finish out my time in foster care. I say half because then I only have 6 months left in foster care. I can do this. So I go through that and I end up living with my mom for a minute as soon as I get out of foster care at 18. I move in with my mom and my stepdad. Did not work. I was there for maybe 2 weeks. Didn't work. So, what'd I do? I called my mom. Mom, I'm coming home. All right. Here's the money for the ticket. Get on the Greyhound. 17 hours later, I'm in town that I'm in. Ogden, Utah. Then I start getting arrested here. And that cycle has turned into a vicious cycle. I've been clean for 3 years on September 1st. But I was a drug addict for 26 years. I've been on parole for over 21 years straight without any time off. And in that 21 years, I've spent 17 years in prison. 10 of it straight without a single day out. But we'll get into that in another episode. My point is that I've been to prison 8 times, and the longest I had ever made it out was 4 months. And now I've been out for over 2 years, and I'm patiently waiting for my termination. However, they can only hold me till next May anyways, and that'll be 3 years and I'll be done. So either way, I'm fine. Do the math. May's not too far away. I got this. I currently live with my sister. and I have a great job, and I'm focusing on me and what I need to do to better myself. Also, my mom has asked me to let her adopt me. And at first I was like, well, I don't know, I'll be 41. And it turns out that I decided to go ahead and do it. I have a brother that's in law enforcement, and because I'm a felon and I'm not legally his brother, we're not supposed to have any contact. It's been 22 years since I had contact with him. And so it's going to make things easier that way. And I love my family. And it's just going to be a piece of paper so that I can be around my brother and we can have family functions. And he told me, as soon as it's done, we're going on a trip. I'm in the process of creating my own movement. And I wrote down some questions to ask myself before I started this interview, I guess, or this dialogue. And this was going to be just a test. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I just started talking with the water behind me. My movement is called Open Up. It stands for Overpower Emptiness Upon Practice. I've been walking this for the last almost 3 years. I've been struggling to get here for 26 years of it. And I've learned a lot. But the thing that I've learned the most is that I have emptiness inside of me, as well as most people in life. I don't think anybody's perfect. I think everybody has something secret inside that they dread or feel like they can't get over, and it's a roadblock for them. Well, I'm here to tell you, you can work on that. You can get over a lot of the emptiness inside of you if you just practice. So I overpower my emptiness upon practice daily. My daily routine and exercise is to just laugh at work, have a great time. Tell somebody thank you. Ask the secretaries, hey, can I go get you guys lunch? I didn't pay for it, they paid for it. But they're stuck there in the office. So I went and got them lunch today. I have really bad social anxiety most of the time, and it took a lot for me to go in there today and ask them if they would like me to go get their lunch for them. But I did. Because whatever I'm thinking in my head is not what they're thinking in their head about it. They're thinking, wow, this is awesome, this guy's going to get us lunch, whatever the case may be. My thoughts are different. However, I'm not letting my thoughts get in my way today. Now tomorrow is a different story. I'm not perfect. I have problems, a lot of them. However, I try to have positive affirmations. I try to see the silver linings. I always see the cup half full, and I push forward every single day of my life. Some people may not think so, but you know what? That's none of my business. What my business is here, what my business is now. I open my heart to you guys, my YouTube channel to you guys, to comment, to share your story, to learn more about Open Up and what we can do together. This is not geared towards drug addicts alone, or people incarcerated, or that have been incarcerated. This is for anybody, any walk of life, any pay bracket. It doesn't matter who you are or what you're about. What matters most is dealing with the emptiness inside. To become a better you. To better serve yourself and maybe the world around you. I ask you guys to please leave a comment. Please give me some advice if you have advice on things I can do better in my YouTube videos. This is raw. There's not going to be any editing. There's not going to be any Photoshop. None of that kind of stuff. And, you know, I'm going to keep going. I'm gonna keep pushing with my movement. When people tell me I can't and try to knock me down, I overpower that emptiness upon practice by doing positive things in my life. It's as simple as cleaning your shoes. Go ahead, try it. Clean a pair of your shoes. Then put them on and go somewhere. And tell me if you feel more confident or whatever you feel, that your energy level is boosted, that you feel more prideful, that you feel like people will notice you better because your shoes are clean. Just try it. I've had people tell me it works. It works for me. I've had people try to debunk me and say, you know what, I tried it, and just to prove you wrong, and I put an outfit on, cleaned my shoes, put them on, and walked to the store and felt better than if I had put on those dirty shoes. It starts with planting the seed. But then you need that seed to grow and mature, so we water it. Please, join me in my quest. Follow my story. Let's work together to build a better world and a better place for our children, our parents, our grandparents, and the world alike. Thank you for listening. If you're watching the end of this video, I greatly appreciate you taking the time out of your day to stop and listen to what I have to say. I'm very passionate about this, and I hope you can see that. I'm going to keep moving forward, with or without anybody. If it's only for myself, then that's what I'm going to do. But I ask that you please leave a comment. And go check out my Instagram or my TikTok, Brian Person 178. And my Instagram, Brian Person 11, I believe. Thanks. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. Open up. Overpower emptiness upon practice. And have a great day. Bye.